All right, so there has been a lot going on with Social Security. I have people messaging me asking me about the halts or suspensions of checks taking place, about the boosts that are currently being proposed, and also about the cuts. So I'm going to go through these articles, get you caught up on the latest, because there has been a lot developing with Social Security in just the past couple of days, and a lot of people are wondering how are things going to be impacted and changed with Trump now in the presidency and his new administration. So I'm going to go through this, get you caught up on the latest, so that way you know exactly what is going on. Let's take a look at the headlines. So, why some Americans' Social Security benefits, they may have been suspended. Now, this came out about a week ago. You can see February the 3rd, and we're hearing this is being applicable to many people. I'm going to get you caught up on this. Also, we have coming out Social Security boost proposed for millions of Americans. Now, I shared this with you 2 days ago, right after it had come out, and yes, this is currently being proposed. We're hearing there could be advancements in checks for a lot of people. Also, has Donald Trump cut Social Security funding? This is being vocalized around media as well. Going to get you some clarification, but take a look at this. I let you know, instead of cutting Social Security payments, we're hearing that Trump could cut all taxes on Social Security checks. So, in other words, yes, the boost rumors, we're hearing that could come to fruition as he could eliminate tax on Social Security, and also Social Security bill that could end the double tax on recipients. We're hearing it has been introduced in Congress already. So it has been introduced. We're going to see where we go from here. And also, in addition, regarding checks being cut, Trump says Social Security will not be touched by Doge. So in other words, the Department of Government Efficiency is going to be evaluating the Social Security Administration, seeing if they are being good stewards of the funds they have been provided to distribute to recipients. But your checks will not be touched, but they are going to be taking a look at the administration and seeing, are they doing a good job of managing your funds? Do you think they are? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We're going to go through these articles, clarify some things so that way people know exactly what is going on. People messaging me saying, Steve, what's taking place with this, with that? So we're going to go through and clarify different things taking place because, like I said, a lot unfolding over the past couple of days. We're going to go ahead and get to the bottom of all of it. And if you appreciate that, do me a favor, take a quick second before we dive in, hit that like button for me. Help spread this out further so more people can get the updates. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? Just keeping you up to speed on everything. Also, I cite all the sources like a book report. So all of these articles I'm going to be referencing, they are hyperlinked. You can just click it and go to the article. You can see the dates, the sources. I try to hold myself to the highest level of accountability as I report the news to you guys so you know exactly what is going on and you can see it for yourself and know that it is the latest. And again, if you appreciate that, don't forget, take a quick second, hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to be covering all the details for you so you know exactly what is going on. And I see we've got a lot of people in there. Rob in the chat, Rob Barber is saying hit the like button, subscribe. Let me see here. Eddie is saying commercial liners. I'm not sure what that is. Winston saying like button. LaDonna saying like button. Rob saying like button. Linda Spire is saying no, she doesn't think that Social Security is being a good steward of the funds. Well, let me go ahead and get you guys caught up. And thank you guys so much for joining me today, February the 10th, 2025. It's currently 4:57 p.m. Man, where did the day go? Just flew by. But let's go ahead and get right to it so you can see the latest information coming out. So first, let's clarify for those that are wondering about the halts to checks, the suspensions that are taking place for hundreds of thousands of people. So just to clarify, and what to do if you are one of these individuals. So why are some American Social Security benefits being suspended? This coming out about a week ago. So let's go over this very quickly. U.S. embassies in a handful of countries have issued critical notices to Americans abroad regarding suspended Social Security payments. Per an official notification published by the U.S. Embassy of Costa Rica, if you did not receive your February benefit payments, your benefits may have been suspended. Notifications have also been sent out to those living in Haiti and Mexico within the past 2 weeks. Suspensions impact Americans who receive Social Security and have addresses outside of the United States. So for those that have been asking me, What's going on with the suspensions? These are for those that reside outside of the United States. There are halts on Social Security in various nations. If you're in the United States, this should not be applicable to you. We're hearing about 700,000 individuals are being impacted by this, and I know that this is, again, not applicable to everybody. We're going to be covering some things that are, though, regarding the boosts and the cuts here in just a second. But first, for those of you that have been asking, these are the details on the suspensions and how to get out of it. Now, for many of Americans living abroad, Social Security benefits are a crucial source of income, and according to December of 2023 data that showed Social Security Administration, the SSA, upward of 700,000 Social Security beneficiaries live in foreign countries. The suspension could pose financial hardships to thousands if not addressed promptly, with approximately 59,000 beneficiaries living in Mexico and 2,000 in Costa Rica. So here is what to know. According to the notices, individual suspensions occurred because the required foreign enforcement questionnaire was not received by the appropriate federal benefits unit. This form is needed each year to confirm eligibility of the payments abroad. So if you are getting suspended, you've been notified that, you need to go ahead and get your hands on that foreign enforcement questionnaire. It needs to be filled out and sent in. Otherwise, you are going to be impacted by this checks pause. The suspension of Social Security payments due to the unsubmitted questionnaire is not unheard of. Similar instances have occurred in the past, indicating an ongoing challenge rather than a new or isolated event. So again, if this is happening to you, you need to get that questionnaire in right away. Americans whose official address on record is outside of the United States and who did not submit their required foreign enforcement questionnaire are affected. Specifically, those who receive payments in their own name must submit the form SSA 7162. Now, if you need this form, this is a hyperlink in this article. And again, these are linked down below. So the resources are available to you through this video. And those with a representative payee or who are a representative payee, they need to submit the form SSA 7161. Per One Embassy website, if you don't return this form by January of 2025, you will not receive a benefit payment beginning February of 2025. And we're hearing that is happening right now, people being impacted. Note that not all Americans living abroad are immediately affected by the suspension. Individuals under 90 years old who receive their own benefits and whose Social Security number ends with 50 to 99 do not need to submit a foreign enforcement questionnaire. They will receive a form to complete and return between June and July of 2025. Additionally, those whose official address on record is in the United States, despite being abroad temporarily, are not required to respond to the notice. So if you have an address in the U.S., you are temporarily abroad, this is not applicable to you. You don't need to worry. How to know if your Social Security payments were suspended. If you did not receive your Social Security payment for February, your benefits have likely been suspended. Social Security payments for February of 2025 started to go out on January 31st of 2025, with the last payments issued on February 28 of 2025. So what to do if your Social Security payments were suspended? Affected individuals can reinstate their benefits by contacting the federal benefit unit associated with their country. So here is the information you can see here for Costa Rica, for Haiti, and for Mexico. So you can go ahead and pause the video here. If you're Costa Rica and Haiti, you can see it on the screen, or you can pause here if you are for Mexico. Now, beneficiaries are required to submit appropriate foreign enforcement questionnaire or confirm their compliance. Once the unit receives the necessary documentation, benefits are expected to be reinstated within approximately 7 business days. So here's what people are saying according to May of 2023 publication by the Social Security Administration. We send questionnaires to persons receiving Social Security benefits outside of the United States every year or every 2 years. Your answers will help us determine if you are eligible for the benefits. If you do not receive your questionnaire when you are supposed to, you should contact the Social Security Administration or your FBU. Now, what happens next? As noted, beneficiaries can expect to see Social Security benefits reinstated within about 7 business days after submitting the necessary documentation. So there you have it, you guys. That is for the individuals that are being impacted by the suspensions. Again, about 700,000 people we're hearing are being hit with this. Now, in addition to that, there's been a lot of concerns or talks about the boosts that we are hearing that could be coming here. And one of the things as well is Donald Trump had mentioned, hey, there are illegal immigrants that are collecting Social Security benefits. Now, there was a lot of pushback to this, people saying, how is that possible when You need a Social Security number to collect Social Security benefits. Well, we actually have found out that there is a lot of fraud that's taking place. It is being revealed now. Donald Trump is coming out and exposing this, that we're hearing coming through Doge. And so they're saying that could also provide additional funds to Social Security as well. So if you're wondering where these boosts are coming from, well, we're hearing that Donald Trump and Elon Musk might be exposing tons of fraud that's taking place. And specifically, we had heard him mention California as well, being involved in tons of fraud. Now, let me go ahead and play for you the video footage so you can see it for yourself. I shared this with you 2 days ago, but let's play it again, as it had just come out while he was with the Prime Minister of Japan, and Social Security came up, and that's why the past couple of days we've been seeing a lot coming up on Social Security. Let's play this for you so that way you can see it for yourself.
I have a question for you and for the Prime Minister as well. Mr. President, I wonder what you make of the criticism from Democrats that these staff reductions, the cuts that Elon Musk and Doge are doing, are an unlawful power grab. And is there anything you've told Elon Musk he cannot touch?
Well, we haven't discussed that much. I'll tell him to go here, go there. He does it. He's got a very capable group of people. Very capable. They know what they're doing. They'll ask questions, and they'll see immediately as somebody gets tongue-tied that they're either crooked or don't know what they're doing. We have very smart people going in. So I've instructed him, go into education, go into military, go into other things as we go along. And they're finding massive amounts of fraud, abuse, waste, all of these things. So, but I will pick out a target and I say go in. There could be areas that we won't, but I think everything's fertile. You know, we're a government. We have to be open. And as an open government, I don't know, I guess you could say maybe some high intelligence or something. And I'll do that myself if I have to. But generally speaking, I'll just say go. But he will be looking at education pretty quickly, and he will be looking at military too.
As you know, the bulk of federal spending is Social Security, Medicare, programs like that. Would you like to see him look at those programs as well?
Well, they don't really have to be looked at by him. They can be looked at by us. Social Security will not be touched. It'll only be strengthened. We have illegal immigrants on Social Security, and we're going to find out who they are and take them out. We have illegal immigrants in other Medicare. We found a lot of bad people, a lot of people that shouldn't be on, that were put on through California. A lot of them come out of California. We're not going to stand for that. So we're going to strengthen our Social Security, et cetera. We're not going to touch it other than to make it stronger. But we have people that shouldn't be on, and those people we have to weed out. Most of them, or many of them so far, have been illegal immigrants. They shouldn't even be in the country.
There you have it, you guys. So that was Donald Trump. You can see this was 2 days ago, and this was on Social Security, and that is why we've been getting a lot coming out on this. People wanting clarification as we're hearing that some checks are being suspended. There is potential boosts that are coming. As you heard him say, there's a lot of fraud that they are exposing, and as a result of that, we might be seeing a surplus of funds for Social Security. In addition to that, we are also hearing that Donald Trump is saying, hey, we need to stop the double taxation. So that is why we're seeing headlines coming out like this that said instead of cutting Social Security payments, Trump is going to be cutting the taxes, the double taxation that is taking place. Now, let's take a look at this one. As I had mentioned, the proposed boost for millions of Americans for Social Security. It says the Trump administration will implement the largest tax cut in history through a series of actions, including eliminating taxes on Social Security for seniors. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said on Thursday, the move could affect millions of beneficiaries. According to the Social Security Administration, about 40% of Social Security beneficiaries must pay federal income tax on their benefits. He wants to eliminate this, and as a result, we could see huge bump ups in payments for 40% of people that receive Social Security checks. Now, why it matters? Because during his 2024 presidential campaign, Donald Trump promised widespread tax cuts, including exempting tips, Social Security benefits, and overtime pay from income tax. The cost of these tax cuts would be offset by his proposed tariffs, he said. Economists are skeptical about the effects of these policies on the U.S. economy, and voters don't care for them if they mean increasing the country's debt. In a recent survey, now a January poll said that they founded, a January poll by the Peter Peterson Foundation, founded by a Nixon administration Secretary of Commerce, found that 78% of Americans didn't want tax cuts that would increase the national debt. So they're saying 58% of people are saying if it increases the debt, we don't want it. Another recent poll by USA Today found that 53% of U.S. voters believe that Congress, under Trump, should focus on cutting the federal deficit, even if it meant abandoning plans for tax cuts. Wow. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you agree? Now, here's what to know on Thursday. So again, this was just late last week. Levitz told reporters that the tax priorities of the Trump administration, which the president had laid out to GOP lawmakers during the Associated Press, called an unusually long meeting at the White House. The meeting, which comes as House Republicans are rushing to produce Trump's budget bill, including tax cuts, lasted almost 5 hours. According to the White House press secretary, these are Trump's tax priorities. No taxes on tips, which is obviously a very public campaign promise that Trump has made. No taxes on seniors' Social Security. No taxes on overtime pay. Renewing President Trump's 2017 mid-class tax cuts. Adjusting the SALT cap. Eliminating all special tax breaks for billionaire sports team owners, and close the carried interest rate deduction loophole, tax cuts for Made in America products. So again, Donald Trump trying to get rid of taxes on Social Security, trying to bring products back to the United States, trying to get rid of taxes on tips. Donald Trump making a lot of moves here for tax adjustments, and he's saying these are all going to be offset by the tariffs. And one of the things you saw was that those tariffs, some people are concerned this is going to be increasing the price of goods, as this is going to be absorbed by the consumer, as that tariff tax is going to hit those countries bringing in those imports. Then we're going to see it on the shelves. Yet they're also saying, well, the purpose of these tariffs is that if countries won't comply with whatever, or they won't, agree with Donald Trump on whatever it is he's trying to negotiate for, well, hopefully he's saying then these companies, they'll start bringing their manufacturing to the United States, and instead of saying made in China or wherever, we'll start seeing labels that say made in America. So man, let me know your thoughts in the comments, but they're saying this is going to be bringing about the form of a boost to benefits, is these tax cuts, cutting the double tax on a lot of these benefits, and people are saying they are very happy to see this. Let me know. Do you agree? Are you happy to see Donald Trump cutting taxes on Social Security? We've heard for quite some time this is a double tax. So has Donald Trump cut Social Security funding? What people want to know here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, and you can see this one actually coming out today. So like I said, past couple of days, Social Security getting a lot of attention right now, ever since that meeting with the Prime Minister of Japan. Democratic lawmakers at a rally on Monday today have raised concerns over potential Social Security funding cuts, despite President Donald Trump often saying that he will not target and will only strengthen the benefits. And we heard him say, we will not touch the benefits unless it is to strengthen them. Newsweek has reached out to the White House and the Treasury Department via email, and Democratic Senator Angela Alsobrook via online email form for comments. Social Security has long been considered the third rail of American politics, universally popular among voters and potentially politically perilous for lawmakers. But some sort of reform will be necessary to prevent the program from insolvency, as it's expected to run out of money by the year 2035, according to Bloomberg reports. And we've heard that number could vary. But essentially, we only have about 10 years left of full benefits, 100%, that they're going to be able to pay out to recipients. Once the solvency comes to an end, that those funds run out, and we're hearing it could be roughly 8 to 12 years. It might be sooner, might be later, depends on how much the COLA boosts are, depends if they decide to cut taxes. But regardless, in 8 to 12 years, we'll just say 10 years from now, they're going to run out of funds, and as a result, there could be cuts across the board because there's simply not enough funds to pay everybody 100%. We're hearing those cuts could be somewhere around 25 to 20% across the board. So let's just say you collect $1,000 per month from Social Security. Suddenly you'll get a check for $750, maybe $800. You'll get shorted about $200 or $250 that you were supposed to receive. And when you say, hey, what happened to my check? They're simply going to say, sorry, we don't have enough funds to pay out 100% of the benefits. And across the board, retirement, SSI, SSDI, it doesn't matter. Anything from the Social Security Administration, you're going to be seeing cuts to your benefits in this program. Now, I think the average check, I can't remember, it's closer to $2,000. So if you can normally collect a $2,000 check, your check might get cut all the way down to like $1,500. It could be a $500. That would be 25% cut to your benefits. So they have really got to work on changing and reforming Social Security before we hit that insolvency number here. So we're going to see, but there needs to be either major taxation increases to help bring in more funds, or they need to reform the entire system. But something needs to be done, and soon, within the next 8 to 12 years. Now, the rally by Democratic lawmakers comes as Trump continues to target government spending with Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, looking to recommend widespread cuts to federal agencies in what they say is an effort to save taxpayers money and end bureaucracy. Now, holding a hand off of our Social Security, a rally outside of Social Security Administration's headquarters near Baltimore, Maryland, Democratic Senators Angela Alsobrook and Chris Van Hollen protested against any possible cuts to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid from Trump and from the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, during the rally, Van Hollen, Alsobrook, and Democratic Representative Kawisa Mifum, Johnny Olszewski, and Sarah Elfreth called for the protection of Social Security benefits. Does cutting Medicare lower the cost of eggs? I don't think so. How does slashing funds at the Social Security Administration cost the cut of gas? And how does Elon Musk having access to Social Security lower the cost of prescriptions? It doesn't, Alsobrook said. Alsobrook's remarks come after New York federal judge Paul A. Engelmayer imposed a temporary restraining order on February 8th, preventing the Treasury Department from sharing financial information about millions of Americans with Trump's cost-cutting Doge. So that judge stepping in and saying Doge is not able to get access to the information. The judge was ruling at the request of New York Attorney General Letitia James, a frequent Trump adversary, and attorneys general for 18 other states, who say that Doge has no right to access the information. Now, Engelmayer's ordered Doge to immediately destroy any copies of records that it had already obtained. The Treasury Department and Trump have since opposed the restraining order. Man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that it is good that Doge is going into the Social Security Administration and to these various departments, and they're going to be evaluating, seeing if they're good stewards of the funds, and trying to see if they can cut wasteful spending and fraud? If you think this is good, put yes. If you think no, they should not be permitted access to this, they don't know what they're doing, there could be issues with this, like the judge is saying, put no in the comments. Is this good? The Doge getting access to Social Security and being able to try to evaluate it, is it good or not? Yes or no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but this is taking place right now. Now, has Trump cut Social Security funds? Doge's previous access to the Treasury Department's payment system has led to critics expressing concern about the potential cuts to personal and to Social Security benefits. Now, Trump has pushed back on the narrative that the popular benefits would be slashed, saying when he was asked if they were going to be limited on what Musk can examine, Social Security will not be touched, Trump said. It will only be strengthened. The president's statement has been in line with the campaign promises that he previously made about Social Security, as he had said that he won't cut 1 cent from Social Security or raise Americans' retirement age. Trump has not made any official cuts to Social Security since taking office, but amid his administration's attempted overhaul of government agencies and spending, the Social Security Administration could face personal losses in terms of layoffs or administrative funding without cuts directly to Social Security payments. So here's what people are saying. Mifum said on Monday during the rally, every time you hear Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, you just remember it is the Department of Government Evil. Alsobrook said during the rally, in his wicked hunt for vengeance, the president has decided that no target is too small, no family is too vulnerable, and no American is out of bounds. Now, Martin O'Malley, the former commissioner of Social Security Administration, said on Monday today, this is not about efficiency. This is about two things. This is about stealing the personal data of Americans, and it is about taking a lifeline of earned benefits, your Social Security benefits, and turning it into a Bitcoin bank. So there you have three individuals that are opposing this and what they're saying about this. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is it good that Elon Musk and Donald Trump are evaluating Social Security, trying to see if they can make it run more efficient and find out, like we're hearing, that there is potentially fraud taking place of illegal immigrants to the tune of potentially billions a month, pulling funds that should be going to those that have paid into it their entire lives. This is what we heard him vocalize in that meeting. I played for you the video footage a little while ago with the Japanese Prime Minister. Is it good that Doge can get access to Social Security and evaluate it, maybe make it more efficient? If you think so, put yes. If you think no, because they should not be able to access it, don't mess with it, put no. But Trump is saying by them doing this, they're not going to cut a single penny to your checks. They're going to figure out how to get more funds, make it more efficient, and strengthen it. So let me know your thoughts, yes or no. And also, while you're dropping those yeses or nos regarding this article coming out today, don't forget to take a quick second for me and hit that like button. Just takes a moment, helps out the channel a ton, spreads this out further so more people can get the updates. There's a lot starting to unfold here with Social Security. So what happens next here? So as proposed cuts and overhauls face legal challenges, it remains to be seen whether Trump's comments promising to protect Social Security will come into conflict with Musk's stated goal of cutting federal government spending by up to $2 trillion per year. So there you have it, you guys. We will see. And as you can see, articles breaking it down. Instead of cutting Social Security payments, Trump to cut all taxes on Social Security. And also the Social Security bill to stop double taxation, it's already out. You can see this article coming out 3 days ago. I reported it to you 2 days ago, right after it had happened. A lot unfolding with Social Security. And here's another one. Trump says Social Security won't be touched by Doge. Social Security, Doge has targeted the USAID and the Education Department. We're hearing wiping those out. Trump said that he will go after undocumented people using Social Security. We heard that in that video footage. And the president claims that he will strengthen the programs. And again, this coming out 3 days ago. President Donald Trump said on Friday that his new Department of Government Efficiency will not touch Social Security as the non-government task force continues to be criticized for its attacks on different federal agencies and programs. He said Social Security will not be touched. It will only be strengthened. So there you have another one. And Trump said, he added that he would weed out undocumented people whom he claims were utilizing the program. Donald Trump saying if there are illegal immigrants that are in the United States getting access, and we're hearing there are several different methods that are being used to make this happen. I actually had somebody message me on social media saying that their Social Security number was stolen and somebody was using it to collect Social Security with their number in their name, and they weren't getting their funds. There are various different ways. I actually saw a list of it recently while I was doing some research of the different ways they're saying there is massive fraud that it's taking place with Social Security. So some people are vocalizing, well, you can't get Social Security benefits if you don't have a Social Security number. Well, we're hearing that there are workarounds to that, and people are collecting tons of it, and there's massive fraud. Particularly Trump again vocalizing the state of California. There's a lot going on there, he claims. So we will see, because this could be a huge money saver if they are in fact able to verify and find and locate the fraud and put an end to it. This could bolster potential funds and stop depleting the funds from going out. We have illegal immigrants on Social Security, he said, and we're going to find out who they are and take them off. We're not going to stand for that, Donald Trump said. So, man, Donald Trump vocalizing, we're going after this next. So we've already seen the ICE raids taking place, massive deportations. We're hearing the hardest, worst criminals are going out. And now also those stealing Social Security, they're coming after you next. Undocumented immigrants are not eligible and cannot collect Social Security benefits, though they often pay taxes that help fund the program. The president's statement has been in line with campaign promises that he made about Social Security. Trump has said that he won't cut 1 cent from Social Security or raise the retirement age. The official Republican Party platform adopted at the Republican National Convention echoed those promises. but it has been less clear how Trump plans to shore up the program's finances. Since becoming the head of Doge, Musk has targeted the United States Agency for International Development and the Education Department, leading many to fear that Social Security could be the next on its list. Man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Trump is going to keep his word? Do you think that he is not going to touch a cent of Social Security? He is going to get things on track, and he is going to do better for those collecting Social Security? If you think so, drop a 47 in the comments for Donald Trump. If you think no, and we should keep things the way they are, Donald Trump is not going to be doing good by allowing Elon Musk and Doge to get a hold of those, put 46 for the previous administration and the policies that they had. But we're hearing Donald Trump is coming in, and he is shaking things up, and there is a lot going on, like I said, with Social Security just recently. And again, for those of you hopping on a little bit late, let's cover these headlines, and I'm just going to do a quick summary so that way there's clarification, because like I said, a lot of people asking, and there's a lot taking place. So just very quickly, why some American Social Security benefits have been suspended? Well, we're hearing that that is for the 700,000 that have addresses outside of the United States that collect benefits. If you have not filled out the form that is in this article, you need to do so right away. Within 7 business days, you can make sure that your check is not suspended. This is happening right now, February 2025. Additionally, there are boosts that are currently being proposed for millions of Americans. This is being proposed by Donald Trump. He is saying that they're going to go in, they're going to make Social Security more efficient, they're going to get rid of the illegal immigrants that are draining the funds, and also he said that they are proposing getting rid of the taxation on benefits. Donald Trump, will he be cutting Social Security funds? Well, we're hearing that instead of cutting the Social Security payments, Trump is going to be cutting all the taxes on Social Security, which could even help bolster a lot of people's checks, 40% of those collecting checks. Social Security bill could see an end to the double tax. It has already been submitted. And also, as I mentioned to you, Trump says that Social Security won't be touched by Doge. The president claims that he will only strengthen the program. And again, if you think that Donald Trump is going to do good on his word, drop a 47 in the comments for Donald Trump. So you guys, like I said, a lot unfolding here with Social Security. In the past couple of days, it's been getting a lot of attention. There's a lot of different things popping up with it. So as more comes out, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel, let you know exactly what's taking place. And if you appreciate that, again, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, help spread this out further so more people can get the latest updates. Don't forget to subscribe. It's totally free. Why not? I'll keep you up to speed on everything. And if you can't by chance get on YouTube, join the newsletter. Emails going out every week now for people that want to stay connected, stay on top of things. That's www.steveramnews.com. Again, that's www.steveram, that's my name, news.com. Just put your email in and you'll start getting those regular updates just in case you miss any of them. But I'll keep you up to speed. Stay tuned to the channel because a lot taking place right now with Social Security. We're about 3 weeks into the Trump administration. Now Social Security is starting to come up. And like I said, we'll see what unfolds. And I'll keep you up to date every step of the way. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.